Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I am now back from my holiday. And when I came back, I've heard that there's this whole scandal with Pearl and RuPaul. I don't know what's going on or what it's about, so I'm going to watch the clip that it all happened from the Hey Qween interview with Pearl, and then I see that Pearl has a video up after that on YouTube sort of talking about the comments and stuff, and then I'll be giving my opinions on the subject. So without further ado, I'm going to watch the two clips and then we'll go from there and see exactly what it's all about and spill some tea.
We were filming a segment, just kind of chatting, banter, whatever together, and then the camera went down for a moment and I turned to RuPaul and I said, oh my God, like, I just want to say thank you so much. Like, it is such an honor to be here, such a pleasure to meet you. You have no idea, like, what this, just giving her, you know, that whole, like, everything I've ever wanted to say to her. And she turned to me and she said, nothing you say matters unless that camera is rolling. And that broke my spirit.
Wow.
And that is the reason why I had 1 foot in, 1 foot out the entire time I was on that show.
Interesting.
And maybe that's me being petty.
Okay.
Maybe that's me thinking that it should have been something that I never should have expected it to be. But in that moment, it was like so heartbreaking.
Right.
Because I like idolized her, worshipped her.
Oh my God, so it's like when you meet your idols and then they turn out to be absolute shit. And like, I'm not saying that that's the case, but it's like
Hollywood.
It's very hardcore.
Rotted, like, gross thing. Like,
It's
how
a
could you
hard
say
thing,
that to
'cause it's
somebody
like-
who is just obsessed with you? You know what I mean?
obviously she's like, thank you so much for everything. She's like idolized her, and then Ru's like,
it is what it is.
But
that really explains a lot of my, like, attitude on the show.
I mean, that does make sense because she was very like stoned, as in she basically was just like so, didn't bring much personality. She was very much, and she had that moment with Ru on the show, so it's like, wow. Okay, so obviously, like she said, Ru was like, nothing you say matters unless the camera's rolling, and that is very, if I was told that, I'd be like, girl, like she said, shattered, like thinking like, this is my idol, what, like how, like, like, but at the same time, like, obviously it's RuPaul, like she says, it's Hollywood, it can be fickle that way, it can be very, like, bitchy, and like, obviously it is very much for the camera, for the moment, this is what's happening, this is the important bit, this is the main money shot, and if you're not in it at the time, cool, but if the cameras aren't running, what's the point? And I don't think that's correct, but it's obviously how things go over there. So it was very shady and bitchy on Ru's part, but honest, maybe not in a sort of like, you don't really count unless it's caught on camera, because that's obviously not correct and not nice at all. But in a sense, maybe she was like giving them a reality check of this is what LA's like and what the industry's like, and maybe coming from Ru, it wouldn't be as bad as coming from someone else. I don't know. It's so yeah. Like, obviously, it's a shady, bitchy thing to say, and it's happened, and she might have said it to other people before. You never know. I don't know what happens on set. It's a set, like you say. It's a reality TV show. It's her rules, her show. She can do what she wants, and yeah, like, okay, cool, it wasn't very nice, obviously, to hear, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of people give a lot of hate to Ru for these little things that they pick up on, when I'm sure there's a lot of other really bitchy and worse people in the industry. So, I don't know, let's move on and see what Pearl has to say in her video.
First, I'd like to point out that the articles that I'm seeing on Google are incredibly overly dramatized and exaggerated. Like, when I Google this situation, I keep saying, Pearl exposes RuPaul, Pearl drags RuPaul, Pearl calls RuPaul.
Well, of course they do that, don't they? Like, that doesn't help, and it adds fuel to the fire, so, and I don't agree with that, because it's just like exaggerated headlines.
Headlines are very exaggerated and to only be taken with a grain of salt.
A kilogram of salt.
Set the standard for the way that I behaved on the show. I was not dragging RuPaul, calling RuPaul names, making fun of her, or spreading lies and vicious rumors. I didn't even go into the interview expecting to talk about this at all, as you can see.
There is obviously a lot of things that happen on the show and you just sharing your experiences. So obviously, yeah, she wasn't intending to go and like, right, I'm gonna get Ru.
I'm not saying that I expected absolutely nothing to happen like after this interview, but I definitely didn't expect.
Yeah, like when you say stuff, it does expose, as the headlines say.
Something that I should have known discussing this, then I'll just consider it a lesson learned and take full responsibility for that. Future contestants do not have the same experience that I did. And if it does happen to them, to at least know what to expect and to not take it as personally as I did and let it affect their time on the show.
Yeah.
I wanted to respond to pretty much both parties involved. Some of you are completely supporting me and some of you think that I just need to take a seat and sit in my little corner and not say anything. So yeah, like for the guys that have my back, as much as I appreciate your words of encouragement, I'm asking you to please refrain from trolling RuPaul. I mean, you're only fanning the flames to something that's already inflammatory.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
RuPaul's not going to change.
Don't just go hating on if you don't know all the facts.
Doesn't really seem to have anything to gain, lose, or learn in this world. She's like kind of this beacon of knowledge, this wealth of knowledge and beacon of hope, you know, so it's not like RuPaul is like going to call me apologizing. I mean, honestly, if you think that anything remotely close to that is going to happen, it absolutely will not happen. It's ridiculous to even think of something like that happening. She does not owe me an apology. I'd like to respond to everyone else who thinks that I'm taking advantage or that I'm biting the hand that feeds me, as you all like to say. Listen. That was not the only negative experience that I had on set. It's not just me. I've had conversations with multiple queens, off the cuff, off the record, just me and them, that went through the exact same thing. I had a producer from RuPaul's Drag Race call me after the interview aired and guaranteed me that I will never come back and do All Stars. Now, I was never dumb enough to think that I would be invited back to All Stars, and I was definitely not gunning for it at all.
To be told
but
that.
to openly punish me for being honest about a situation that happened with me after 4 years of silence is disgusting.
Okay, so after watching that, there were a few things to be learned, and that is she's sharing her opinions and sharing her experience from the show. Obviously, she's one of over 100 queens of different things have happened to, so if people start speaking out about things are going to come out. There are obviously different things that happen on the show and the way that it's run, and we only know these things because of what people say, but I think it's pretty... That producer to say, oh, you're never going to work on All Stars, it is a kick in the teeth. And yeah, she said she didn't expect to come back for All Stars. And to be fair, obviously I thought she might, because, you know, most of the time the top 3 queens would come back at some point. But obviously with this whole thing, it's probably not going to happen. Cool, girl, whatever. But yeah, I do feel like there's a bit of bitchiness. Like I say, it's like Hollywood, and it is superficial, and it is what it is. Like, Ru is not perfect, Pearl is not perfect, they all are just people and they say things, and like you say, it's the industry that they're in, it's heightened, it's like shady anyway, so God knows what else goes on. I think the main thing to take from this is that Ru is not the devil, awesome, evil, nasty queen, but she's also not a saint, she's not perfect, she's a human just like everyone. She's also a caricature of the character RuPaul as she is in drag, so take from that what you will. The industry can be fake and you can get your heart stamped on, and obviously Pearl going into the show thought, oh my god, like she obviously admired Ru so much, and then to have that moment of like the idol has just like completely shattered all opinions of her. Maybe she was naive, and yeah, in a sense, like I would be the same, I would be like starstruck, but then reality check, so it gives you that reality check of, okay, this is what it's like, this is the real world, this is the real person, this is the real industry, and like she says, this gives a platform for her to sort of give that experience for queens going forward, to not sort of go in with this star sort of studded expectations. So yeah, my main opinion on this is basically, like I say, it is what the industry is. Ru isn't evil, and like she's not at fault either. So, but it is kind of cool of Pearl to sort of stand up and say this is what's happened. Some other queens have done and explained their experiences on the show, but at the same time, like she said, she doesn't even want an apology. It's not like, girl, like, how dare you, but she sort of took this experience and grew from it. We're just adding more fuel to the fire, and do we really need to? Yeah, cool, it's a scandal, we'll talk about it, whatever. But either way, I don't hate either of them. In fact, I love both of them still. I don't care. That's just my opinion, and I don't have a problem with Pearl. I don't have a problem with RuPaul, so sue me. So on that note, that is pretty much all I have to say on this discussion, and please do let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on this, because there are very much a lot of contrasting views by the sounds of it on either side, so we'll see about that. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you very soon for some more videos. As you may have noticed, this is actually Wednesday that I'm uploading this, and from now on, going forward, I will be doing 2 videos a week, every Sunday and every Wednesday. So I hope you guys all stay tuned and look forward to more videos to come. And like I said, I've just come back off holiday, so next week's videos will be my holiday vlog, so stay tuned for them. And thank you all for watching. I will see you very soon. Bye guys! She's like a superhero villain of the future. This is the future of drag right here in front of us. So here we have it, my All Stars 4 cast prediction reveal is Manila Luzon, Latrice Royale, Ivy Winters, Lagondra Estranja, Gia Gunn, Kim Chi, Naomi Smalls, Trinity Taylor, Valentina, and Monique Hart.